Parents are the coaches or the team captains, and your kids are the team. This means lots of practicing all the plays. Are you practicing for church during the week? Do you practice sitting still for short periods of time? Do you practice singing together? Do you practice saying the creed and singing the doxology and lifting up hands? Prepare your kids to succeed. In Ephesians 6, it says that fathers are to bring up their children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. The word for nurture there is the word paideia in Greek, which means culture. Christian parents are commanded by God to bring up their children in the culture of Christ. Think about what culture is. It includes teaching, but it's tons of doing with love and joy and decorations and songs and treats. How do you bring your children up in the culture of Christmas, for example? You talk about it, you make it fun, you enjoy it together. Or what about the culture of your favorite sport or hobbies? You talk about it a lot with enthusiasm. You practice, you make time for it. So Christian faith is to be like that. Parents are the coaches or the team captains, and your kids are the team. This means lots of practicing all the plays. Are you practicing for church during the week? Do you practice sitting still for short periods of time? Do you practice singing together? Do you practice saying the creed and singing the doxology and lifting up hands? Prepare your kids to succeed. Talk to them about what temptations they will likely face ahead of time. How should they respond if someone takes their favorite toy? What if you have people over for dinner? How do you want them to respond? Do you want them to say thank you when they're given something? Well, then practice those plays. Practice with enthusiasm. Practice with lots of teaching. Is their first response to instructions from you or their teachers whining or cheerful obedience? Practice giving instructions. Practice cheerful responses. Require immediate cheerful obedience. And show them how. Make it fun. Practice. Act it out. Run the plays before you're at the park or the grocery store or church. Practice, practice, practice before the game. And lots of cheers for obedience, high fives. Talk about it a lot later on. Maybe even some prizes or treats for really good plays. Of course, God requires that parents use the rod of correction when children are being defiantly disobedient. God requires parents to require obedience of their children. And obedience is right away, all the way, and cheerful. But make sure you're preparing your kids to obey. Make sure you're giving them regular opportunities to practice that kind of obedience so that you know that they know how to do it and what is required. God is good, and His ways are good. This is the culture of Christ.